There comes a point, if you have loved a dog long enough, when you start to notice something has changed. Not dramatically, not all at once, but slowly, quietly, they begin to move through the world differently. They sleep more. They seek you out more deliberately. They seem to watch you with a different quality of attention. Most owners sense it before they can name it. And most of them, without realizing it, begin to miss something important. Because in the final chapter of a dog's life, they're communicating more than they ever have before. Not less. The signals are subtler. The behaviors carry more meaning. And the things they're trying to tell you are things most owners never fully hear. This video is about learning to listen. Not so it can be easier when the time comes, but so that you and your dog can be truly present with each other in the time that remains. The first thing most owners notice, and most often misread, is that their elderly dog starts seeking them out more. Not in an anxious way, not in a demanding way, in a quiet, deliberate way. They come and find you when they don't need food, when there's nothing to ask for. They simply come and stay close. Research on aging dogs shows that contact-seeking behavior, the deliberate seeking of physical proximity to the primary attachment figure, increases significantly in the final stages of a dog's life. This isn't neediness. Animal behaviorists describe this as anchoring behavior. The dog is orienting to the safest, most familiar presence in their world as their world becomes more uncertain. They're not being clingy. They're telling you something. They are saying, "You are the thing I want to be near most. You're where I feel most whole." And the response that matters most is simple. When your dog comes to find you in those quiet moments, stop what you're doing. Sit with them. Be there without distraction. That is the language they understand best. And in this chapter, it means everything. There is a behavior that veterinary behaviorists have documented in aging dogs that many owners witness, but rarely understand. In the weeks and months before the end, many dogs begin to move through their world more deliberately. They visit favorite spots. They stand longer in the yard. They pause at doorways they have passed through 1,000 times. Some dogs revisit old toys or sleeping places they haven't used in years. This is not confusion or disorientation, though it can look that way. What researchers describe as spatial orientation behavior in aging animals appears to be something more purposeful. An animal that has navigated its world through scent is, in a very real way, revisiting the geography of its life through the most powerful memory system it has. Your backyard is not just a yard to your dog. It is every morning walk it has ever taken from that door. Every afternoon in the sun. The entire scent record of a life lived in that space. When your elderly dog stands at the back door and simply looks or stands in the yard longer than usual with its nose to the air, let them. Don't rush it. That is time that belongs to them. There is something that happens in the eyes of a dog near the end that is very hard to describe, but almost impossible to miss once you have seen it. The gaze becomes longer, more sustained, more deliberate. Your dog will hold eye contact with you in a way that feels different from anything before. Not desperate, not anxious, something much quieter than that. Researchers who study the dog-human bond have documented that sustained gaze behavior, the act of holding eye contact, increases significantly with the primary attachment figure in the final phase of a dog's life. And what that gaze does, neurologically, is remarkable. When a dog holds eye contact with its bonded human, oxytocin, the bonding hormone, is released in both of them. Your dog cannot speak. It cannot write down what it wants you to know, but it can look at you. And in the looking, something passes between you that is as real as any declaration. When your elderly dog holds your gaze, hold it back. Don't look away. Don't check your phone. Don't break it because it feels too heavy. Stay in it. That is a conversation happening in the only language available. And it is saying things that matter. In the final chapter of a dog's life, something shifts in how they relate to time. The things that used to matter less, warmth, stillness, proximity, quiet, begin to matter most. The things that used to drive them, games, long runs, high stimulation, fade to the background. This is not depression. is not giving up. It is a reordering of priorities that happens naturally as the body slows. What your dog is choosing with its limited energy tells you something important. They are choosing you. They are choosing the warm spot in the sun. They are choosing to be outside in the familiar world even when they can't walk far. They are choosing the things that have always been the most important things. And one of those things, perhaps the most important, is you fully present without agenda. Not the version of you that's half distracted. Not the version rushing through a walk. The version that sits down on the grass with them and just stays. Those moments are the whole point. For both of you. This is perhaps the hardest thing to say and the most important. When a dog is peaceful in its final stage, when it is seeking you out, holding your gaze, resting close to you, accepting your touch, it is communicating something that is very easy to miss in our grief. It is communicating that it is okay. Veterinary behaviorists are careful to distinguish between a dog in pain or distress, which shows in tight muscles, labored breathing, avoidance, and withdrawal, and a dog in peaceful decline. A dog that is still coming to find you, still leaning into your hand, still closing its eyes when you speak. That dog is not suffering. That dog is present. And one of the most important things a dog can communicate in this final stage, if we are quiet enough to hear it, is that it is not afraid. Dogs do not have the same relationship to death that we do. They do not anticipate it. They do not dread it the way we dread it for them. What they experience in a peaceful final chapter is presence, warmth, the sound of your voice, the feel of your hand. They are telling you it is okay, not because they don't matter, but because they are still here. And right now, they are with you. And for them, that is everything. If your dog is in its final chapter, here is what matters most. Be present without distraction. When your dog comes to find you, stop what you are doing and be there. Fully there. Go to them. Rather than calling your elderly dog across the room, go to where they are. Get on the floor. Be at their level. Let them set the pace. Short walks, slow walks, no walks, follow the dog's lead. Let the destination be irrelevant and the experience be everything. Speak to them. Your voice is a physical comfort to your dog. Even when they seem to be resting deeply, speak to them. Tell them what they have meant. Tell them what you are grateful for. They're listening in a way that goes beyond language. Protect their comfort. Soft surfaces, warmth, easy access to water. The small practical acts of care are as important as the large emotional ones. And one more thing, don't spend this time grieving what is coming. Spend it here, with them, in the time that is still yours together. Your dog is not thinking about what is coming. They're thinking about right now. And right now, you are here. That is enough. That is everything. What your dog is trying to tell you at the end is not complicated. It is the same thing they have been telling you the whole time. I am here. You're my whole world. Being near you is enough. The anchoring, the long gaze, the deliberate seeking of your presence, the quiet revisiting of the life they have lived. All of it is the same message. I chose you. I'm still choosing you. And I need you to be here with me. The only thing that has changed is that now, more than ever, the time to hear that message is now. Not someday. Not after you finish what you're doing. Now, go to them. Sit with them. Put your hand on their back and stay. They're not asking for much. Just for you to be as present with them as they have always been with you. And if you do that, if you truly do that, then the time that remains, however much there is, will not be something you look back on wondering if you were there enough. You will know that you were there, and so will they.